Hey, welcome to the table. So as you can see, we don't have Dungeon Crusade here anymore. And I just have a big backlog of games I would like to get to. And I want to move on to the next one. And I mean, just to show how crazy it is, I have Fire in the Lake, which is literally set up underneath this. If I take the tabletop off. I have Stop Thief, Dwellings of Elder Vale, 1500, and then all of these DVG Air Leader expansions that just came out. That actually literally just arrived in the mail today. So there's a lot of backlog here. And then I even have Combat, which I did an unboxing and said I was going to play, and then I never actually played it. And it's largely because the rulebook made me a little angry. But I still have it. I don't know. I just haven't gotten it out yet. But the game you see here, this is the one I actually have the most interest in right now, and it's called 8th Air Force. So it has a paper map, which if any of you have watched my channel, I hate paper maps. I'm more than happy to pay the 30 extra bucks for a mounted board. I just hate them. Look, it won't go back down, and then I'm going to have to put cardboard chits on this, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to just roll off. They're not going to stay where they're supposed to stay. And yeah, I've had the heavy books on here to try to flatten it out. And yes, actually underneath this is my plexiglass, so I could slide it underneath the plexiglass if I really wanted to. It's a pain. I don't want to do that. I just want to play a game. But with that said, I have 8th Air Force, and then I also have 20th Air Force, which is actually underneath this. In that, the big difference is this is in Japan, a bombing campaign in Japan, and this is the bombing campaign in Europe. I am, after perusing the rules very lightly, I am deeply concerned that I bought the same game twice. I am hopeful that Japan will be interestingly different enough to justify owning both. But it does seem like they added a lot more in-depth strategy to the bombing. As you can see, there's the different, ratings for the different targets, cities. And this game has nukes, which the European one does not. So what is this? What are these games? They're made by Fortress Games. It's an interesting company. The entire game comes in a plastic bag, which brings me back to the 80s when you used to buy games in plastic bags. There's some 18xx games I've known to have come in these. To be quite honest, I guess I don't want to. I mean, anything I would say just is going to make me seem snobby. But I've just been spoiled with Kickstarters and blinged out stuff that, to go back to a plastic bag, I mean, this is quite a step backwards. However, as much as I want to be snobby about all that stuff, this game interests me so very much. Because I think that the designer made something good. I really do. It's a pure solitaire game, which already is good. It's about air units and bombing. I mean, how could I complain about that? That seems to be a theme I really enjoy. And it is. I mean, Skies Above the Reich is one of my favorite games. Look at all these DVG Air Leader games I have. I mean, I own all these air games for a reason. And so I do. I have 20th Air Force, which is Japan, and 8th Air Force, which is Germany. Now, I was starting to learn the German one, but I actually saw on a Facebook group that somebody complained that everybody's doing this one and nobody's ever showing this one. And as far as I understand, there's no video that shows either. I'm talking about, just people posting pictures of them playing the game. The designer posted himself playing his own game just actually last week on the Solitaire Wargaming forum that I'm a part of. It's really cool. I mean, he actually enjoys playing his own game, and I think that's super duper cool. The rule book is not very, involved, which hopefully means that I won't screw up too many of the rules. As you can see here, the basic gist is we're going to have cards that are going to go along. Well, let me just back up. we're doing bombing runs into Europe, and of course you have these different types of targets that you need to hit. And the way I understand it is there's going to be just a lot of things at once that we have to manage. Like, for example, we're going to have to bomb the submarine yards. We're also going to have to bomb the factories. And it's going to be a bit of a, I don't know, if like a state of siege type of a game where, you know, you have all these different forces that could go against you if you ignore one area too long. That's my impression so far. I'm just getting ready to set this up and play, but I haven't set anything up yet, as you can see. And just to give you a better background, this is the 8th Air Force one. So I haven't even punched the pieces yet, but this is what the pieces look like. And there's quite a few, at least. You know, obviously some of them have already popped out. That doesn't bother me one bit as long as it's in a sealed bag like this is. I hate the ones that don't pop out easy. Those are worse. So this is, you know, the cardboard chits. It comes with some basic dice. The stuff that, you know, we really love, right, are the player aids. And you can see there's a player aid for combat results. And then we have another player aid for the bombing campaigns, you know, keeping track of the, you know, we're going to basically have counters on here for the various sliders. And then there's, this is like a production list of like when certain units become available. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And anyways, I'm really looking forward to this. So right now, I just wanted to put out a quick video to introduce this. I plan on doing both games, but which one would you like me to do first, Japan or Germany? I still got to read some rules, so you won't see anything more from me tonight. But Dungeon Crusades put away. This is next. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.